Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to solve a difficult balance quest puzzle. So basically how this works is that, for example, these two gray cells have to add up to equal this negative 14. This negative 14 will have to add up to equal this negative 34. This negative 34, this white. So whatever this negative 41, then these four that's touching the 0 add up to equal 0. So negative 14 minus negative 10 is 4, so negative 4 actually. And then negative 34 minus negative 14 is negative 20. Negative 16 minus negative 14 is negative 2. Now right here, negative 20 minus negative 13 is negative 7. Negative 41 minus negative 34 is 7. Negative 7. Negative 7 minus negative 16 is 9. 9 minus 4 is 5. Negative 2 minus 14 is negative 16. Minus 15. 18 minus 15 is 3. 3 minus 4 is negative 1. Negative 1 minus negative 3 is 2. 4 minus 3 is 1. Negative 6 minus negative 1 is negative 5. 28 minus 13 is 15. 15 minus negative 6 is 21. 21. I'll leave it to real. So it's as far as like the givens, how much they can be filled. So this negative 11 right here. So make little, I don't know what you can call like a little arrow. Like, for example, this negative 11 right here, it corresponds to this gray cell that's right there. So figure, and with these numbers that need to be filled. So if this was negative 8, this had to be negative 19. It have to be negative 8. It can be negative 8, negative 15. It have to be negative 26. If this was 8 right here, this have to be negative 3. If this was 9 right here, this have to be 2, which will make this equal 0. So 9's not possible with 12. Then this have to be 1, then negative 1. However, that's not possible due to that negative 1 being right there. With this 16 right here, 8 is, if negative 8 was here, then this had to be 8, which is possible. If this was negative 15, this had to be 1. If this was 8, this had to be 24. And 24 is yet to appear in the white cell, so 8, 9. So it has to be 25, which is yet to appear in the white cell, so 9 is still possible. 12, if this was 12, then this had to be 28. But there's already 28 right here, so 12 is no. And with this 7 right here, if it was negative 8, this had to be negative 1. And there's already a negative 1 right there. So that wouldn't be able to work. If there's negative 15 right here, this had to be negative 8, which is yet to appear in the white cells. If this was 8, then this had to be 15. However, there's already 15 right here, so that can't work. If this was 9, that had to be 16. So 9 can work. If this was 12 right here, this had to be 19. And no 19 yet. And now with this negative 9 right here, if this was negative 8, this had to be negative 17. No negative 17 yet. But however, the next step to make sure that this can be negative 8, if this was negative 8, this had to be negative 17. Add that to 28, which will wind up being 11. But there's no 11 that has appeared yet, so negative 8's still a safe possibility. Negative 15, this had to be negative 24. And our result of that being a 4, so negative 15 is not possible with 8. This will wind up being negative 1, but there's already a negative 1 right here, so goodbye 8 is a possible. 9's definitely not possible, because it's the inverse of negative 9. And with the gray cells, inverses are never allowed in this game, or else it'll wind up equaling 0. And 0 is the central number in this whole puzzle. And then if this was 12, this had to be 3, but there's already 3 right here. So with all the possibilities listed for negative 9, it can only be negative 8. So wind up being negative 8, negative 17, then 11. So that'll eliminate negative 8 as a possibility for negative 11 and 16. And then right here with 6. If this was negative 15, this had to be negative 9. And then negative 9 plus negative 18, which is negative 27. Still hasn't appeared yet. If this was 8 right here, this had to be 14. And then 14 plus negative 18 is negative 4. Still possible. With 9, if this is 9, this had to be 15, which is not possible due to this 15 right here. And then with 12, if this was 12, this had to be 18. But however, having an 18 right here will cause these two cells equal 0, which will wind up repeating the central block, which can't work. So negative 12 is out, 12 is out. So one thing to note from these notes is that 12 only appears as a possible number for 7, so 7's definitely got to be 12. And also another important thing to note is that with the 16 and negative 11, 9 only appears once out of these 3 options, so 16's got to be 9. So wind up being 25, 44. And now one thing to know is that 6 and negative 11, it's either got to be negative 15 or 8. So there's only 4 scenarios for this. So with negative 11, can test negative 15 and 8 to see which one will work. So let's say on negative 11, say it was negative 15. So want it be negative 26. And then you go to negative 28. Then 16. And then with 6 right here, the only number that's left is 8. So that'll be 14. Negative 4. 7. And ta-da! It worked. So that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. Peace.